Hello and welcome back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. Let's continue. We stopped, I think Wynn Island. Yeah, Wynn Island. And our main task is to get this little thingy here from Fitzgerald. At least that's what I think. We have some stuff. I actually believe that we need to somehow get him drunk. But we will find out. First,
the guy with the fiddle seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him.
I will go through the bar, talk to everyone again, and see what I can do. O'Brien?
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Does that even make sense? Oh, maybe they know.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
Ooh. Okay.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
Makes sense.
What do you make of this piece of wire?
It looks ordinary enough to me.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
Makes sense.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
How come you know that?
I'm a man of the world, Mr. Stobart.
I'd like to shake you by the hand,
No,
Mr. O'Brien.
he's nice. I
rather
actually
not.
don't want
You
to.
see, I happened to notice that vibrating buzzer in your palm.
He's probably the most intelligent character we ever talked to in the whole game.
Does this red nose suggest anything
And
to you?
he's nice.
It's a clown's nose, isn't it? I haven't been to a circus since I was 10 years old. O'Donnelly and I walked all the way to Ballymore, 15 miles in our bare feet.
Grandfather talks about his way to
What do you
school.
make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease-baked.
There's no fooling you, Mr. O'Brien.
What the hell? This guy, everything I showed him, he either was nice, he was always nice, but he always knew what's going on. Everyone in the world should be like this.
Goodbye for now.
I really hope we have to talk to him more often. For some reason we need the bathhouse.
The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it.
Well, soon he's lifting his arm.
As the man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
But why?
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopolian Stout builds body.
Okay.
That is not a good
I
idea.
would also not know.
Hey,
Nice.
hello there again, mister. What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards and the Vatican itself.
I found it on the bar under your elbow.
I thought it looked familiar.
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
Not me, mister.
Not me, mister.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Okay.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
Oh, Fitzy.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Okay.
Doyle, has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick.
Same again. Just a point this time, Michael.
1 pint of brown coming up.
Nice. We're getting
Do you remember
somewhere.
Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week.
It was
Come to
last
think
week.
of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there, all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Does it mean he has now to admit that he was there?
Hello.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
Just my luck.
Yeah.
Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for
Yeah,
Pegram.
of course.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he?
Give me the package. What's in the
So where
package?
did Pegram go?
I don't know.
It's
I swear
definitely the gem.
He
What
came to
else?
see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Marquee. Sounds French.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
It's a little sad that you already show us how Marquet looks like.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet.
Shock.
Give the package to me.
No, why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy
Uh-oh.
little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Guys,
Me?
Me too, neither.
can we maybe help? He's always opening the drawer like this. Boom. Boom. Where? And what is it? What
I
is
was
with that?
telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own
Can you
business
talk a little
when I saw
faster?
this beautiful red
Dude.
sports car coming up over the hill.
Did he
Would
kill
I
him?
look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. But the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and ate him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
We're taking him.
He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Oh,
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not.
our killers
Did Gerald
here
drop
again.
anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
So you're not any help anymore.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
What happened here? Ah, that's what we need the wire for.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
For whatever reason. No? Okay.
The plastic cover had been smashed by the pixie's car, revealing a switch.
Mm-hmm. Try again. No? Oh. Maybe connected somewhere else. Okay.
I tugged at the trapdoor.
Yeah,
But it
we
would-
know that. Okay, why is that here now? Let's talk to the guys inside. Did something happened?
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there.
Yeah, sports car.
The boy told me Fitzgerald was driven away in the car that hit him.
McGuire's always spinning wild yarns. I don't know where he gets them from. Television, I expect, or comics. If I was you, I'd take what he says with a generous pinch of salt.
McGuire's tale about the car sounds quite plausible to me. He says the driver was dressed like a leprechaun.
Very
That boy
sensible.
has a head full of fluffy toys.
Goodbye for now.
Doyle.
Hey,
Hello there again, mister.
what do you know about leprechauns, Doyle?
Leprechauns. Is it the little people you're talking about? Sure, and a cousin of mine was wed to one.
Oh, come on. Do you really expect me to believe that?
It's the truth, I'm telling you. She fell asleep on a fairy ring, see? When she woke up, there he was, a little fella, all in green.
Tell me more about your cousin and the leprechaun.
Oh, no.
Well, young Mary was speechless, especially when the leprechaun up and spoke to her. Be my bride, me darling, says he, and she'll never want for riches again. Okay, says she, and he slips a ring of daisies on her finger.
Amen.
So there you are, proof that the little people exist.
Well, that's no proof. All you have is her word for it.
Not so. The following spring, she had a little baby.
Did the leprechaun's promise come true?
Probably not.
What promise was that now?
That she'd never want for riches again.
Now, there's the strangest thing. She never did.
I thought you said she was claiming the social part.
Indeed, Mr. O'Brien, but there's riches and riches. She told me, Pat, she says, that little darling boy is all the riches in the world to me.
Okay.
Bye for now. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Hey, how about another drink?
No.
I'll serve anyone with manners and money.
You know, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
I could do for espresso martini.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it.
I don't think so.
Ah,
This is a job for a professional electrician.
that's what
Oh, well,
broke.
at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my beer, is it?
Okay,
Thanks.
so this broke down now because of that. But what does it mean?
Hello again.
Why does he have another one of these wires? Can you stop the sneezing?
Did you ever see Fitzgerald at Peagram's Dig?
I never heard of either of them.
Aren't you concerned about what happened to Fitzgerald?
Who?
No.
Huh.
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bogo.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Okay, you're a fucking sick bastard. Is that a hair? A snare? Or a hair? It's a snare. Doesn't matter. You wanna fucking kill an animal. And if I see you do that, I get in that video game and rearrange your fucking scarf, you piece of shit. Sorry.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gets my juices flowing.
You're a fucking disgusting piece of shit. Hope you die from that fucking cold you
so you're
have.
making snares to trap
Snare.
rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
Yeah, I hope
I'm
you do.
talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
Whoa. And then now I can't do anything?
Here, this wire.
No,
belongs to
it
you.
doesn't belong to you.
Oh, no. Never sort of.
I'll see you later.
The only thing how it belongs to you is around your fucking neck, you piece of shit. Okay, I'm calm now.
Get out. I could try to fix your glass washer.
Oh, no. Not unless you're a qualified electrician.
Oh, I am. Oh, I am.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Check them credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Sure.
And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Okay. Let's see.
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
Should I just plug it out?
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
So now, what?
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
So, what now? Oh. What? Where are you going? No. Then let's try snare. Oh, it works. Why would you do that?
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous,
Yeah.
but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions.
Who cares if the
Excuse me,
bar
Mr. Leary?
burns down?
I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo!
Bingo
And a
bango.
blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Perfect. Getting ahead.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was gonna find anything down there was to feel around.
Okay. Feel around with the mouse. That is not a flashlight, that's a lever. Ah, for that, so maybe then we get more light.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Oh, I know what happened. We are going upstairs and opening the cellar thingy. How's it called? Crate? Open that one.
I lifted
Yes.
the trap door and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Oh!
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
Really?
What about the boy?
He
But he
didn't.
doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He is being taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
No.
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
I like the way he talks. It's scary. Scary. So let's see if we have more light now. And if the parcel fell down there. Probably did. Yes, it did. And there's the jam.
Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trap door.
How does it look in old? So nice.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I
Perfect.
held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid.
I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout, did you see that Ferrari?
How do you know that was a Ferrari? He never said Ferrari. He never said Ferrari. He only said red sports car.
It was a calendar with a faded photograph of a prize-winning carp.
Mm-hmm.
I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. The carton was damp and soggy, useless. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
What do we need the water for? What happened? I didn't tell you to go somewhere. I clicked here.
It was a large blue gemstone.
Let's see, do I have to clean something? Oh yes!
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
But why? But why?
The towel was soaked through with water.
Okay, what about the tissue? No. Okay, I think that was it. For whatever reason.
I searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there.
Okay. We have now a water-soaked towel. Can I? Oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore, you fucker.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I found your flashlight.
So I see it. You'd better keep hold of that until you fix the pumps.
Okay.
Thanks.
Can you get it out again? Come on. Just want to see if I can take it again. Ah, no, he doesn't. Put it on the desk anymore, so I guess I don't need it anymore? No, he does. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Wet towel? No, he also doesn't know. Let's talk to Maguire again.
Hey, Maguire.
What do you want to know?
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Actually, I think I have everything here, no? I'm calling Nicole. Because we were coming here for the blue gem, and what we need is the tripod.
Hello, couleur. J'écoute.
Sheku.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
What's it like there?
Kinda sleepy. Comatose, even.
Did you get to talk to Picard?
I haven't found him yet. I figured I'd call you first. Are you okay?
Oh, sure I am. Don't worry about me, George. Any signs of our friend the clown?
Yeah, he turned up dressed as a pixie.
What? Did he see you?
He came back and talked to me.
Oh, you're crazy, George.
You crazy, George.
Relax. It wasn't me he was after. It was Pilgrim's gem.
But we have it. That's all? I can't take it. Okay. Do I still have to... Okay, I'm talking to the guys one more time.
Hello there again.
Hello there again, mister.
Do you recognize this gem?
Saints be praised. It must be worth a fortune.
Maybe it is. Have you seen it before? It's the one which Pegram took from the dig.
Oh. How come you've got it now?
He left it behind. I'm looking after it.
Oh. You could take that to Dublin and sell it.
Thank you for nothing.
Bye for now. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello.
Do you recognize this gem?
Ah, that's a beautiful stone. Is it the one which Pegram found?
And the reason why both he and Fitzgerald have disappeared.
Then it's only a matter of time before you vanish too.
Goodbye for now.
Okay. There's still something to do with that. Must be. I don't know what. There must. Actually, I cannot even go back. There's no way for me to go back to the
It's me again.
So I see. What now?
to the airport.
Did you happen to see a red sports
So
car
we're
down
not done
on the
here.
road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car. And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I'd put me money on the Ferrari.
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in
Yes.
your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Yes.
Marvelous. I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
Yes. Yeah.
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
I just have one fear now, which is that we probably come up to a very special puzzle that involves shit, what's the name?
The stack of hay stopped, short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the
I need
wall
to
was out
Google
of
the name.
reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
How? Why can't I remember? Holy moly. You do not use a word for some time and you immediately forget it. The puzzle involves a goat. I guess everyone who played Broken Sword at some point knows exactly what I mean. Oh. Can't get up? Then put this in.
I inserted the end of the lifting key
He's so
in
smart.
the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Perfect. No, don't take it out.
I tugged the lift.
Yeah, it's good. Get up there. Goat. This effing goat is the first opportunity in this game, at least the first that I know of, where you die. Game over, my friend. And it's probably gonna happen right now. Okay, we do not die, but yeah. So, this is what's happening. And since the leash was so prominent, I assume it's something that we have to do with the plow. Okay. So that the leash hangs there. What could we do? There's a few things now. Number one, I can try to... Nope. I can try to... get its attention somewhere else. Nope.
It was the fiercest, meanest looking old goat I'd ever laid eyes upon.
Mm-hmm. How does it look? Oh wow, it looks even extremer in the old graphic, as it's the beard. The beard makes it look even fiercer. Okay. This doesn't work. Then let's blind it. No. Let's put the wet towel on its face.
Hey, Billy. The animal fixed on me with an evil glare. Behind the malice and resentment, there was a cool intelligence. How you doing, boy? I felt as threatened as I'd been by the assassin and his goons in Paris.
Shit. What do I do? Am I missing something? What can I do? What can I do? I guess I'm going back and talking to the guys. Maybe they have a tip for me. Maybe they have a tip for me. Sound suggested it's correct to go down again. Let's see. Raised. Team Farmer.
Hello.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met. I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible, awful.
It's the worst news I heard all day.
But the beer is not
Have the bad
working.
news all right for this week and the next.
The whole year.
It's worse than that. It's the worst disaster in living memory.
Isn't it the biggest calamity in the history of the village?
I would say it's the biggest in the history of Ireland.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled out of the primal plot.
There's no beer.
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald has met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all. Why don't you calm down and join us?
What about Sean? Why aren't you out looking for him?
There's no point in launching an ill-equipped expedition to save the lad. In a life-or-death situation, preparation is essential. That's why I slipped in here.
For a point.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Brian?
Excuse me, Mr.
Hello there.
Oh, no.
I need to know how to deal with the...
Oh, nothing really.
How to deal with the goat. Goaty goat goat with Billy Boy.
Just...
Fiddler. Fiddleroony. Fiddle diddle. Ah. What's the trick? What's the trick? What's the trick?
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
You also have nothing. Shit.
See you later, kid.
Okay, Miss.
Okay. There's nothing for me to get. No one's helping me. Which means I apparently already have everything I need.
The top of a ladder rose out of the squarely dug hole.
What do I need to do? Do I have to combine something? Flashlight with the chair? No. The...
No way.
Why did I make it wet? Is it still
The towel
wet?
had dried out and was barely damp.
Ah. Dried out and was barely damp. Then I go and make it wet again. Maybe then, for some reason, what I wanted to do works. Wouldn't know why, but maybe if it's damp I can throw it onto his face and he doesn't see me. Because I need to make him blind somehow. Why would it be a wet towel?
I held the towel under the faucet.
The music says you're on the right track. Music says I'm right.
towel was soaked through with water.
Okay. Please. Okay. Mm. No.
Hey, Billy. The towel was soaked through with water.
Okay, I'm I'm still missing something. I need to do something else with the towel. McGuire, what do you say to my wet towel?
Hey,
What do you...
what do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
Thank you.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
So it's still wet.
The plastic cover had been smashed by the pixies. It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Okay. Trying everything to switch because music said switching. Music said switcheroony. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay. Can't do anything here.
It wasn't my nerves that stopped me jumping. It was my damned legs. They wouldn't move.
Damn it. Damn it! There's also nothing around here anymore. No. What am I missing? Something with the fiddler. Actually, what I would love to do is it still
The
wet?
towel had dried out and was barely damp. I held the
What I would love to do is... Oh, what if I can put it back and he doesn't like... Actually, I would love to throw it in his face.
Hello again.
Come on.
What? Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
Oops. Let's put it... No. Let's put it under his arm again. Maybe something happens because he doesn't
Hey.
like it.
Hello there again, mister.
Look at this towel.
You showed me that before.
But now it's wet.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's
Who's
wrong?
Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Yeah. Okay. I should not give it to Ron.
Hello again.
Yeah, yeah.
What? Could you?
Hi.
Hello again.
Now that we know that he's one. Oh god, it's so annoying that it takes so
What?
long. There's nothing. What's
What
about
is
the
this
matchbook?
Nothing.
Oh, this
I'll see you
man.
later.
Okay, is it still wet?
The towel had
No.
dried out and was bare. He wasn't listening.
How about you? Do you want a towel?
Hello. What now?
Do you have any use for this towel?
I suppose I could squeeze it out into my glass if I was desperate enough.
You? You?
I gotta go.
Make it wet for you and then you do that. It actually looks like beer. Do that.
I held the towel under the.
Yep, yep, yep. No. Here?
Hello. What now?
Do you have any use for this towel?
I suppose I could squeeze it out into my glass if I was desperate enough.
Ah, damn it.
I gotta go.
Oh. Have I shown you the matchbook?
Hello. What
What do you make of this?
seems off?
Yeah.
I gotta go. He wasn't.
It's actually with the dishwasher.
Touching the glass washer would have been like putting my hand in a blender.
What to do? What to do? Something with the switch and something with the towel. But what? And am I missing something? I am missing something because of the goat and because of this. I did everything here with all of those.
The towel had dried out and was barely damp.
When it is wet, what can I do with it? Maybe I need to combine it with some of my items when it's wet.
I held the
Or do I have to do something here? For whatever reason. Do I need to close it again? No, it doesn't
I
work.
tried to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the trap door open.
Cleaning materials? No, don't go.
No.
Yeah. What is a good idea then?
Hmm. Hmm.
What the shit?
The towel was already...
He says don't get it to him, so... What to do, what to do, what to do. Hey, Maguire, show you
Hey, Maguire.
Sham.
What do you want?
Want a closer look at the gem, Maguire?
No, I don't. Jewels is for girls. You'd better hide that, mister. What if the pixie comes back? You'll be in trouble then.
I don't believe in pixies. Underneath that costume is a psychotic killer.
Smart.
What do you think of my flashlight?
It's a torch. That's what we call it on this side of the Atlantic.
Okay.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
What? What? What's with the drain? What?
I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move. The drain was covered with an iron grating, through which I could hear the rush and surge of running water.
What's with the drain? Look in there.
I considered tying the towel to the grating, but it seemed pointless.
Why is it pointless? Is it...
The towel had dried out.
Okay, it's dried out. It seemed pointless. Throw it in there. Why is it pointless? Because it's not wet anymore? Or what? And why is it drying out so fast?
I held the...
Is it that I'm dumb or that the puzzle is not logical? Like him opening the door is not logical. Because it wasn't. What?
Water trickled down the drain, but I couldn't see that I'd achieved anything.
What? 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 Are you mocking me? What the hell?
I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move. Hey,
What do you want?
So no
See you
one
later.
has any
Okay.
fucking information anymore for me. Ah.
Hello.
what?
With my
What do you
torch.
think of my flashlight?
Those electric lamps are useful but limited in lifespan in my experience. I was given one for my birthday, but it stopped working after a month.
Well, the battery was probably drained.
What? Nobody told me. I threw it away.
That doesn't fit his character.
This is the gem that Pegram found in the castle.
So that's what all the fuss was about. I can't see why myself. Why men would fight and steal and kill over a little bauble like that.
Well, it's kind of neat the way it sparkles. Do you recognize the man?
I already told you.
Yeah, you already told me, but I am
I gotta go.
desperate.
Excuse me.
Hello there.
Oh, nothing. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I don't want anything.
Just
We need to
I
do
was
something
about
with
to
the
reach
pump.
for the pump when I came to my senses.
Why?
A rash move like that in
You are responsible.
it was an electric pump operated by pushing a small.
Yeah. I'm going crazy. What do I need to do? The music shows me that making the towel wet is the right thing to do. When it's wet, I cannot combine it with any other item. I can wring it out over the fucking drain thingy, which means we need to do something now when it's wet, and the drainage thing is probably only here for us to make it dry again. That's the only reason why it's here. It must be like that. Okay. But we need to do something with it now when it's wet. But what? None of the people want something with it. The only thing is that the barkeeper says I should keep it away from the sneezing guy. I don't know if that's a tip or just something he says. Sneezy. Sneezy run.
Hello again. What does this gem mean to you?
Well, well, would you look at that? Pretty.
Do you recognize it?
No,
What do you think of this?
very. That could be very handy.
Thank
How much
you.
do you want for it?
It's not for sale. It belongs to Leary.
Oh.
Could you?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
I don't understand what he's saying.
I'll see you later.
Is it still wet?
The towel was.
Yes. Throw it down there. What in the fucking hell do I have to do?
The towel had dried out and was barely damp.
I don't know. I'm reaching for goat. When I'm doing it from this side, does he give me anything else? No, it's only just a goat. What if I just lie here? What happens? Are you starting to get a conscience and want to pick me up? You fucking goat. What do I need to do?
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
Yeah, working out helps you with a locked up iron wooden door thingy. There's also nothing anymore. What to do?
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. The plastic cover had been smashed by the Pixie's car, revealing a switch.
The music shows me that this is important. I believe we have to get the pump running to make the towel wet with beer so that the fucking goat gets drunk. That's what I'm thinking right now. But I cannot do anything. I tried everything with that other than the jam. No, I even tried the jam. Do I have to, for some reasons I don't know and I don't understand, put the wet bar towel onto the dishwasher? What would be the reason for that?
I held the towel under the...
Run. You and your sneezing. Sneeze, 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 sneeze. That would not make sense, would it? Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I borrow this towel?
You can keep it.
Nicole! I have a wet towel and I don't know what to do with it. Lobby no crew? Ah. It's a guy from Paris.
Hello? Couleur.
J'écoute.
J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me. Are you okay?
Yes,
Well, okay.
yeah, thanks. Any signs of our friend the clown?
Yeah, he turned.
What?
He came back.
Are you crazy, Josh?
You're crazy, George!
It was-
I'm going crazy because I don't know what to do. Ah!
The towel had dried out and was
It was barely damp. Farmer, help me.
Hello? What now?
I don't know what now. I already showed you everything.
I gotta go.
Ah, what to do? What to do? What to do? A wet towel? Fucking goat. Wait. Can I put the flashlight onto the metal thingy that is next to the goat and then it reflects or something like that? But why would the music show me that making the towel wet is what I need to do? And also when I'm coming down from the goat, music tells me, good job. That is so frustrating. I already tried all of this with the wet towel. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Can you turn it off? Yes, you
I
can.
shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Kept on dripping. What happens with the dripping?
The slow drip of water barely dampened the towel. The faucet creaked, coughed.
Why am I
I held the towel under the faucet.
only
and
remembering
soaked
the
it
fucking goat and not the fucking faucet and wet towel? This is way more frustrating right now than goat because I'm not even ready to do something with the goat. And what's with the
guy with fiddle
fiddler?
seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him.
Fucking wrong. Shit.
Excuse me,
Mr. O'Brien. Mr. O'Brien. Mr. O'Brien has a wet towel.
Anything to you? Sure, it's one of Leary's towels. Are you planning on stealing it?
No,
just borrowing it if you must know.
nothing else. Come on. I am completely lost.
Goodbye for now.
There's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Hey! Hello there. What do you think of this? It's not very bright, is it?
I could say the same about some of the present company.
That's true. But don't let him hear you. Keep it under your hat, mister.
That flashlight, like your brain died, is not switched on.
I don't think he heard me.
Do you recognize this gem?
Yes, you showed me before.
Just for you to know, I did not check how to go forward with the game. I got a message. I'd rather be stuck here for another 2 hours than to look at Google how to solve the puzzles. But if someone comes in here in the chat and tells me what to do, that would be something completely different. I talked with everyone. Wrote them everything. Now really. Or
Bye for now.
didn't I show the
Excuse me.
landlord?
Yes, sir?
Does this gem mean?
Phew. What a beauty. I bet you wish that was real, don't you?
Hmm.
I found your flashlight.
So I see. You'd better keep hold of that until you fix the pumps.
Till I fixed the pumps. There's no pumps to fix. There's no fixing.
Thanks.
There's nothing to fix. Outside, there is a switch box. I cannot do anything with the switch box. Ron doesn't give me another.
I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their clothes or the length of their hair.
About how stupid
Nobody
they
ever said
act.
anything about runny noses.
Okay, let's talk again, Ron. You
Hello again.
stupid motherfucker. You rabbit killer.
What? What is this red?
I suppose you're...
No, I'm not. I want to know if you've seen someone wearing a nose like this.
No, I haven't.
You could make use of this tissue.
Yeah. Use it, asshole. Die.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
No, I don't have a scar on my face and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it. What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Take a look at this ID card.
Take a look. Oh, yes. Little plastic picture.
I don't suppose it means anything to you, does it?
No,
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
So I have to give it to him later. Thank you for this tip.
Did I show you this flashlight?
Yes, you did.
What does this gem mean to you?
Nothing.
Well, would you look at...
Do you reckon?
No,
I'll see you later.
Okay, Fiddler. I'm using everything on you now.
He wasn't listening.
He doesn't have to listen. You just
He
have to
wasn't
throw the
listening.
stuff onto him.
He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening.
He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. Ah! Can I put stuff onto me? Putting the red nose on me? No. Fucking hell.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know what
Is
to...
this your... No, but I got this from someone who disguised himself as a clown.
Is that a fact? Why did you do that now?
He's a psychotic killer. I think he may be connected with Peagram's disappearance. What do you make of this tissue?
That is a very unpleasant object indeed.
Yes. Do you recognize the man?
I already told.
Yeah, I know you told me.
Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
What do you make of this matchbook?
Seems odd.
You told me.
About this pass.
You showed me.
Do you have any use for this tap?
I suppose I could squeeze it out into my glass if I was desperate enough.
Is that a tip? Where is your glass?
Did I...
Yes, you told me.
This
It is. Oh,
This is... And that...
that where it belongs.
I gotta go.
Did I try, like before I said, putting the flashlight onto that metal thingy up there? But what if I can blind the goat with the jam? Can I blind the goat with the jam? No, because there's no sun here. No, don't go there. Oh, fucking hate you. Goat. Can't you just hold the towel and when that shithead rams you, you put it onto him so he's blind?
It was a rusted piece of iron. Maybe part of a plow or something.
There's nothing else. What to fucking do? I talked to everyone. I tried to combine everything. I tried everything on the Switch. I know that I need to give the dried out towel later to run the sneezer because it's way more hygienic than anything else probably. I need to do something with the wet towel. What to do? What to do? What to do? What to do? What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? You're watching a man go crazy in real time here. Fucking hell. I have no clue. I can't get
The
you
lifting
out
key was
anymore.
rammed tightly into the crack in the wall, forming a strong foothold. I tugged the lifting key and found it was held quite securely.
Can I pull you out?
Maybe not.
I can't. Oh, wait a minute. Something here? With the hay bales? For some reason? That makes absolutely no sense. Oh. No. I'm so desperate. I'm doing everything now. No. No. Did I try? No, of course not. Flashlight with the plow. As if you go there, then of course this happens. No, no.
you want to know?
What I want to know?
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
Sig,
No way.
do you
No, sir.
take a look at this man? Ever heard of Thomas Merlin?
No.
What do you make
Hey,
that old?
you're pretty cool, miss.
What do you think of?
It's a torch.
Want to?
No.
Have you?
No.
What is this?
Nothing.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Why can I interact with the trapdoor? Why is it not just a hole? Why can I interact with it? Why? 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 Why?
The plastic cover had been smashed by the Pixie's car, revealing a switch.
Music shows me there is something to do here. But what?
It was impossible to return the switch to.
To its original. I don't even see. Impossible to return it to its original position. But why is it then here? What do I have to do with it? Is it the reason why the beer is not working anymore? What do I have to do?
The carton was damp and I looked among the cleaning. I searched the trash, but I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Ah. The tricky thing about that game is at the Hotel Ubu there was the same thing. I got the audio cue that I'm on the right track when I gotten through the window of my room into the other room, even though there was nothing to do there anymore. I actually needed to talk to the lady so that I get the ancient scroll from the safe and then going to the window in order to throw it down. So, the audio cue told me I was on the right position, but that I was missing something. So what does it mean? That I am on the right position? Missing still something? Shit. Okay. Game help. Help me. George recognized an exhibit at the crew museum, blah blah blah. After another close encounter with the costume killer. Oh, hints. Okay. I can climb inside the castle, but there's a mean goat blocking my path. Yes. Somehow we need to eliminate the goat. Reveal hint. No, not reveal hint. Or yes, no. I don't know. Wet towel. What to do with the wet? Fuck it. Real hint. Perhaps the goat is its own worst enemy. I know what you mean. Because the leash goes around the plow somehow. I know that already. Or is it crashing against the wall when I... There's only two ways. Either I go to the plow and it attacks me, or I go to the ladder and it attacks me. But I need to get to the plow somehow so that I can get it into the right direction so that the fucking leash goes around the plow. So that it cannot attack me anymore. That's the only logical thingy. I already knew that. But am I missing something for that?
The towel had dried out and was...
Okay, so time goes on while we're in there.
I held the...
Yes. Okay, we're going up there immediately. I cannot do anything here anymore. No one helps me, no one talks to me, no one gives me anything. Open the fucking door. Like a robot. Also, I cannot do anything here. And the hint says something is up with the... Not with the switch. With the code. You fucking goat. Ooh. Here, this. What can I do?
Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool...
Penetrating stare. And again. Can please someone come into the chat and help me? I'm not gonna Google it. I will wait until we can open another hint. That is so frustrating.
The goat's movements were restricted by a halter tied to a metal post. The goat's movements were restricted by a halter tied to a metal post.
Yes, thank you. I
Hey,
know.
Billy? The goat responded with a cool...
But how to do something? And it goes, why is it going back so slow? Does that mean anything? Does it mean anything? Don't go there. Yeah, you're going there. So. Throw it there. No, you're walking there. Give me a fucking hint. You have all you need to restrain the beast. Timing is everything. I have everything to restrain the beast. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Can I... What happens if I go here? 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 I have everything to restrain the beast. Timing is everything. Can I go and immediately go back? Like it not attacking me? I have everything. Timing is everything. That fucking goat rams me and I cannot do anything. Timing is everything. 3 minutes and then I'm looking because I am done with you, Billy, the fucking goat. Timing is everything. I cannot do anything. Can I blind you? No. I give up. I officially give up. We're just waiting for the hint to reveal. What the hell? Am I really so stupid? Or is it just very sadistic? Are you actually able to do this? In the original? I don't think so. I don't think you had hints. Two more minutes staring at the worst enemy of my life. A virtual goat. It's the taker of my happiness. I thought after I'm coming home from work, I'm sitting down and starting the stream, having a fun night. But That is not fun. That is just frustrating. It's fucking frustrating. So frustrating. Super, super frustrating. So frustrating. Hint. Hint. Another minute. I hope that is the last hint that we need to really solve it. If I have to wait another 4 minutes, I kill Billy. I'm getting another snare from Ron, the rabbit killer, who's actually talking in a way like Chief Irons from Resident Evil 2. He does not seem to like to hunt like a hobby, like others like to paint. No, he seems to like to hunt because he gets off of it. Disgusting piece of shit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hint. Try and get the goat to catch his tether in the plow. Tell me something that I did not know already. I already know that the leash must wrap around the plow somehow. But how? Timing is everything. But when I'm standing up, it's already too late. I cannot do anything anymore. Billy, you motherfucker. There is also nothing else I can do. Oh my fucking god. 3 minutes. I'm not waiting 3 minutes. I know I said before, I do not look. I do not Google, but what does it fucking matter? If I wait 3 minutes for a hint or if I'm just Googling it. I'm sorry guys, but... Broken sword. Billy. Do I find the goat puzzle? Wait. Let's look for it in the... Listen to that. Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars Reforged features several challenging puzzles, but none are as infamous as the goat puzzle George must solve when he travels to the fictional village of Lochmarn. Oh, that's fictional. Island. George is there to gather more information about the Templars and more. Okay, how to get past the farmer that we have. How to solve the goat puzzle. Even though Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Reforged is a relaxing point-and-click adventure, outsmarting the goat takes a little bit of timing. The timing aspect of the challenging puzzle is what confused so many fans back in 1996, and without magazine guides, many had to work it out for themselves or give up. No one worked it out. They all gave up. Someone called a hotline? Yes. People out there, before the internet, there were hotlines. You called them and said, oh, I'm stuck. Billy the goat. The fucking goat. He's attacking me. And then they told you. Believe you me, that's the way it was. Warning, if George tries, the goat will attack. Okay. To outsmart the goat, click on the crypt to the right of the screen, and once the goat hits George, quickly click on the plow on the left side. George will get to his feet, make a run to the left side of the screen, and trap the goat. Are you kidding me? How would you know that? How?
The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
I just got an achievement. The myth, the legend. Because also the developers know that they made something no one could solve. How would you fucking know that that's the way it goes? Everyone assumes that you solve the puzzles with the items you have in your fucking backpack. That is very that is not very fulfilling. Which means we move on, forget about it, and hope that there's another puzzle we can solve with our smarts. Because I proved that the goat is smarter than me. The goat is smarter than me. There's a statue, and we put it in here. Oh.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
So I cannot do anything anymore. Oh, I can.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
How convenient, because that looks like...
The only object on the table which interested me was a small sack. The sack contained a fine white powder.
Now I know why I need a damp towel, because we gonna make some.
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder,
Say
I
it.
realized
Say
what
it that
was.
it's not cocaine.
Plaster of Paris.
Plaster.
I'd used it in
Yeah.
kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
Perfect. Now put the plaster into the hole, and then we get the wet towel. I feel smart again, even though it was a very, 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 very,
Sprinkled the
very
plaster
easy
on the
puzzle.
sand until the holes were filled.
Perfect. Always splinter the plaster until the holes are filled. Dirty bastard. No way in hell would you be able to get the towel wet, get up there and do that Even though if you know what to do before the towel is dried out again. No way in hell.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked.
Yeah. Can move on, George. Move. Open the door. 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 Perfect. No! Run. Faster. 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 Faster, faster, faster. Down the ladder. Billy. It's actually pretty cruel because if we don't help him out, he's not able to eat anymore, is he? So, wet towel on the plaster. Yes.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Perfect. Get it.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
Put it in the hole.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Let's go. Ooh, that looks hurtful. Nico?
So, where
What?
did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's, I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
Without a trace.
Who was
My
that?
visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pigram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the
Jacques.
guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Montfaucon. Why do we have the plasters too?
Let's take another look.
So we have that, and there is the
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn.
tripod. So we're going back to.
I can't sit here all day.
Okay.
Yep.
Don't forget to look for Lobino at the
We get
Con
to
Museum.
Lobino to the
And
museum.
why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Okay, Rousseau. But you mentioned the museum first. So that is where we're going first. To the museum. To get some knowledge. Oh. And I would still be able to go back to Ireland. Interesting. Sick rune. Ah. there is Lobino.
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobino?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
I have... Okay.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochmarn? That's where Pegram was digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
So he's going to be dead
Where was the
next.
site of
Or
Montfaucon?
he's actually
To
the bad
northeast,
guy.
near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript?
Hmm.
I'd love to see that for myself.
It does.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie.
Georgie!
Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Of course, that's how
Jeez.
you spread religion. With force and sword.
How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up
And
their
of course with
headquarters.
money of
The king
people.
of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
Georgie.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant
Well.
stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money,
Yeah.
goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars also
Convenient.
held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Ah, who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained a mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Hmm.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a predatory look in his eye.
Ugh.
Suddenly, This friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
So,
This friend who has the manuscript,
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
that sounded
Thanks for
pretty
your help, Andre.
disgusting. Oh,
You're welcome.
no, wait. I actually wanted to show you the
Hi,
champ.
Andre.
Probably not the smartest
Hello.
move, but still.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pilgrim's messenger boy.
Did Pilgrim find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle.
Why are you telling
Do you think
this?
it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think
You
so.
don't know the guy.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Halamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
Okay. Shake my hand, asshole.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
Sure.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No,
No. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
you're welcome.
Let's go to Rossa. See what he has to say. Post the police.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Yeah,
Is
that's
Rosso
probably
here?
it.
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Hmm.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
So I guess we now have the location of the
It's
hospital.
Stobart, monsieur.
Come on. A little faster, friendo.
Thank you, Moo.
Thank you, Mo.
What now, monsieur?
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet. I know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Have you heard of the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. But of course, monsieur, their fame is widespread throughout France. We haven't forgotten them, unlike the rest of Europe.
It was the King of France who persecuted them, though.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real twitchy.
Oh, he's part of the Templars.
You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
Not everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobart.
That's how it always goes if you talk with someone about religion and start to come with facts and figures.
Why'd you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars. Whatever. I saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
The Templars were the first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
Sorry. I hope we have the hospital now. If yes, we go there. Montfaucon and Hospital. Okay, Montfaucon is where they hanged all the people, ooh, policemen. Where they hanged all the Templars. I will just now check what else there is. Okay, Churchy. 2 hours, even though Billy the Goat took away some time from me. This is actually a nice part to end. We can talk to the policeman later or next time. Probably we have to get him away so that we can open the manhole cover. Even though he seems to not be on duty, as he is drinking a little glass of red wine. And then we check out this here, and we go to the hospital, to the Batman. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. The game is actually, seems to be at least longer than I remember. But that is very much fine, since it's a very good, interesting and nice game. So, maybe on the weekend I'm doing the next stream. If yes, like always, I'm updating my countdown on the page, and if not, I am back online on Monday. Until then, bye bye.